Hi, I'm Alina.
And I'm Brittany. And today we're going to be drawing Mew. Picture of Mew now. We're going to start it out with her little curved line at the top. If there's any argument on whether Mew is a girl or a boy, I don't want to hear it. She's a girl in this video. All right. Now you're going to continue that curved line on the sides to form her nice high cheekbones. Very nice. Pretty much just do like a little smiley. Doesn't have to be perfect. Bring the cheeks lines down to meet the mouth. Good. Then we're gonna put her ears. They're like little kitty ears. There we go. Awesome. Good. Alrighty. Now you're going to put the eyes just inside the cheekbones, but then they're going to go a little bit over the mouth too. And they form a curve at the bottom, then come up and around and down like that. Good. Okay, once you have that done, you're gonna add a little curve inside and come down almost to the middle of the bottom. And I'm just gonna put a little circle here for the glare. Okay, and a little line. I don't know if that's eyelash or crease. Looks like nose crease though to me.
That might be eyebrows.
I'm gonna do a real thin line for that and then one little speck underneath it. Nice and thin. There you go. Okay. Now the other eye's spaced out pretty far. It looks like it's almost to the edge of where the mouth starts. So we're gonna do just a little bit further into where the mouth crease is. We're gonna start that point. And it's gonna go about the same height as the other eye. And this one kind of loops around to come meet in the middle. It's looking a little crazy so far, but it's gonna make sense in a minute. Then, we're gonna put just a little curve on the inside to make it go together. Good. With just a little circle inside for the glare. And this is for the pupils. We're gonna make it a little dark there. Okay. What do you think so far, Lena?
Looks good.
Okay. Good. Okay, then I'm gonna do the nose crease on the other eye. Kind of comes in here. Give it like a hair-like piece there. Good. Okay. Now, for the body. We want the neck's gonna go between the mouth crease and the side of the cheek. So we want it to start about here. Okay? So here's where the mouth and the cheek meet. We're gonna go a little bit on the right of that is where we're gonna start for the neck. And we don't want her to look too chunky because she's pretty thin up top. So we're gonna let our curve from the cheek sort of go inward. There we go, but not too far in. Then it's gonna start to curve out for some arms. And we've taken up most of the paper with her head. So if we're gonna make her arms in proportion to her head, they're going to come out just about the size. Okay. So that arm does that, the hand. And you're gonna like, with this so that it stands out as a hand more than an arm, you're gonna let that curve in a little. Good. And bring it in. And you wanna let that line come about the same point as the neck. Then you're gonna follow the line of the neck and pretend like you're following a line down, but obviously skip the arm. Move out of the way, Lena. Where you're gonna go down and out for the bottom. Good. Then this inner thigh area is gonna form a little curve on the inside. And you want the bottom of that to almost meet, but not quite. Good. Now I'm gonna add some more paper for the foot because I ran out of room. Okay. So you might want to do the same.
But I have enough.
Okay. So I'm gonna come not to the bottom of where the two lines almost meet. I'm gonna come up a little bit to go to do the heel of her foot. And come out just a smidge, but mostly just come down. Then on the other side, I'm gonna do the same. But instead of coming out, I'm gonna go in a little more. And then come out for the paws. Then the toes, you start on, not in the middle, but on 3/4 of the side on each side. So you're gonna split it into thirds. And then instead of just going straight up, you're gonna curve it on one side and curve it toward the other direction on the other side. Very good. All right, then we're gonna make her tummy go on to the next part. So it's not down where the foot is, it's a little higher than that on the leg. And it's going to kind of go along with the line like they go together and then they separate. And then it's going to curve up. Where that line is then going to continue on, but you let a little bit of separation between the two. Oops, I think I messed that up. That's okay though. Okay, then you're gonna make, let's see. Oh, you know what we could do? We're gonna make this the outside part of me. This line right here. Okay, the inside is going to come like this, like that. Just because mine went out a little, so this is how I'm gonna correct it. Then go like this for them to meet together. Okay, then to do the other foot, start here, right kind of at the outside of the bulge, kind of right in the middle of the outside, very close to where this line ends. Over here, you're gonna have the foot just go straight down. And if you notice, her feet kind of come in a little, not quite though, they're pretty straight down. And the other side of her foot is not right at this line where these two lines separate, but just past it. So about right here. It's gonna come down and form a loop. Then you're gonna do the same thing as you did over here with her toes. Making two almost parenthesis curves. Move the line a little. Oops. Okay. Then, to form her other arm, you see that the line kind of goes along her mouth, and her mouth kind of hides where her other shoulder would be. So you're gonna come up to this part of the mouth and go out from there. Good. Good. You want that arm to be a little shorter to show that it's further away. Okay? And remember, this line you would have wanted to stop right here, but I accidentally kept it going. That's okay. Then you're gonna come down to about the same point that this arm ends. So you kind of follow with your marker, raise it above the paper to follow along where that line would end on this side. And put your marker down wherever that would end for you. And come out to make it thin out toward the hand. So this arm should be a little bit wider on the inside and thinner at the hand than this one, because that shows that it looks further away. Stop hitting the table, honey. Stop hitting the table. Down. All right, then we're gonna give it just a little squiggly piggly for the hands. All right, now for the tail. I have run out of space for the tail, but I'm gonna do my best to give an idea of where it would be if I had more paper. All right, so her tail begins at about the mid part of like where that would be her knee, sort of, or thigh maybe. Not really sure what body part. So you're gonna look at kind of what's the middle of this space right here. And you're going to take your marker and form two curves that come out of the thigh. There you go. Remember, this is just copying lines. To draw really well, you want to look closely at where do the lines place on that picture? Where do I need to start my line? And which direction does that line go in? Okay, so we got the base of the tail. You're gonna follow it out and go along with that same curve. You don't want it to become too thin. So you're gonna follow the line with whatever line you just made. And I'm just gonna add some extra line here, some marker to blend that together well. Remember, when working with marker, you can't erase, so you can only add more marker to help it blend. Okay, so ideally if you had more pen with paper, which you do, what you can do is start your curve here, then follow along how wide her tail would be with the rest of the curve. Okay, then I'm gonna have my tail come as if it went around and it goes right across her neck, crosses through right behind her neck. It goes up and around her, over her head. So I'm gonna have it come around this way, there, and do the same thing just above it. Straighten that line out a little bit. Good. That's good, Alina. Keep going. And then to straighten out your line, you just take your marker, kind of do it again, and it would just have a thicker marker line. There you go. Now you're gonna follow, where would that tail continue to go if it came out the other side? In the picture we see it's coming out the other side of her mouth, but we don't want it to run into her arms so that it seems like they go together. We want there to be a separation. So I'm gonna have the bottom of her tail, bottom line of her tail, go here. It's gonna come out here. So now you see it's Going up around here. Okay. And ideally it would come out around here as well and whip back over about, let's see, it lands just behind her ear this way. So I'm gonna start at the middle part of her ear on this side so that I know that it'll land there. And I'm gonna go inward with the curve so it shows that her tail gets bigger at the end. So I started with her ear. There we go, okay. Then I'm gonna have that be thin just above it and come out straight over. It's going right over her head to come down and meet. And it is a little more curved up at the top than I made it, so I'm gonna just correct that there. It's not a sharp tail. Perfect. And if you wanna fix your line, you can always just add more line with your marker. Perfect. All right. We're gonna color Mew. This color. All right, we've got a peach marker and a pink marker. Try to do some shading here. And we'll see how this goes. Done. Oh, I forgot to do the eyes.